So what if the Hulk was purple?
What if Thor was a brunette?
What if Captain America was actually from Argentina?
Then he'd just be called Capitan Argentina.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What's up, everyone?
I'm Ranuma,
I'm Iz.
And I'm Leo.
and welcome to the R&I podcast.
Welcome.
What's up, guys?
How are you guys?
So today we're gonna be talking about what if I didn't interrupt this just now? You know,
Sorry.
my bad. So,
I was just wondering how they were doing, guys.
yeah,
Our listeners,
Exactly.
our viewers. But yeah,
I'm sorry, guys. So we're gonna talk about What If, the director by Brian Andrews, animated by Stephen Frank, and we got the actors of Jeffrey Wright as the Watcher.
the coolest voice. He had the coolest voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so basically, it's about we got 9 episodes of what if this happened, or what if Tony Stark kept on dying, or didn't die,
Right.
Or maybe I'm just getting too ahead of myself. What if I didn't?
Actually, the last 3 was more like a part 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That was like they finished with the movie, technically, right?
Yeah.
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Starting off with Thor, as an only child. Yeah. It was definitely different.
Yeah, it was the animation.
I like the animation.
What do you guys think
Beautiful,
about that?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was it wasn't like anime style, which I respect. I wanted to see what they do. I don't know if they would be like 100% like anime style, even though it's not Japanese. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I really liked how they animated like Thanos in the second episode. He's definitely still the same size and whatnot, but like his I guess his purple is more affectionate, maybe.
It's a blemish now.
He's like, he has a little bit like his toner is a little bit deep and dark and sultry, Just that's for me.
Just
That's
a
the
little bit,
animation.
guys. Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Leo's not having it though.
No, I just can't. I can't do what you just did. It made me a little.
Oh, talk
sad.
about like this.
Yeah.
Down in this voice.
Almost. You almost have that Jeffrey Wright kind of tone.
Come with me.
Ponder the question.
I see. I can't do that.
Ponder the question. What if?
So, yeah, this season, or this season 1, they're gonna make a season 2. I think. I believe.
Are they really?
Are they?
Yeah, I
Wow.
think so. But this season had zombies, and you got Captain Britain.
That was weird, but I understand it.
Yeah,
I understand it. Yes, 100%.
yeah, with Ant-Man, with head.
Ant-Man is the
With the
reason
head.
everybody got
Yeah.
that turned. I was just like, how did the Avengers turn into zombies? I was just like, oh, yeah, Hank Pym, typical Hank Pym, just biting everybody. He went from Ant-Man to like the Tick.
Oh, yeah, with little.
I mean, can you imagine?
And then became one of the head presidents for any of the Futurama fans out there.
Yeah, no.
You gotta watch it, I guess.
You gotta watch Futurama to get what I just said. You just watch it.
But I think this series, What If, was Chadwick Boseman's last stint with Marvel. I think.
Right.
Even though it was just a voice. A lot of voice actors in here too.
Yep. You had Michael B. Jordan reprising his role as the Killmonger.
Yep.
And
You had everybody but, if I remember well, you had everybody but Scarlett Johansson and
Chris Evans. He was not voiced.
He wasn't?
Mm-mm.
Oh, and also then 3. Then it also what's his name?
Robert Downey Jr.
No.
was not in there either.
Yeah, but Howard was, or the guy who played Howard.
Yeah, the guy who played Howard
young
was.
one.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange. What is his name?
Oh,
Benedict
Cumberbatch.
Him. Yes.
Was
He wasn't in. He wasn't there.
No, I don't think he was his voice. I don't think he was the.
It's possible. It's possible that it wasn't
Look it
him, but I thought it was.
All right.
Because I remember something about how he wasn't going to be part of something, and when I read it, it was about the What If, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. But I think it's because he was filming for
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
That's true. It could be or Spider-Man or his movie Doctor Strange too.
you know what? I think it was Doctor Strange
Yeah.
too.
Because I believe around the time that not Scarlet, what's her name? Wanda did WandaVision. I think while they were doing WandaVision, there was also filming or recording What If. And if they're doing WandaVision, I believe right after WandaVision, they were supposed to be filming for Doctor Strange 2. But I could be wrong. So don't quote me on that.
Quote him.
He was in there.
He was in it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he was in that episode where he was absorbing all of them.
Dark Strange.
Yeah.
Dark Strange?
Dark Strange.
No, I think that's his name, isn't it? Dark Strange.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm
if that
pretty
was
sure. I'm pretty sure because that is one of the versions of Doctor Strange. Is that like the Dark Wizard? And I think his name was Dark Strange.
Oh,
and
I see.
he's like ultimate Doctor Strange power, as we can all see. I mean, he
Or
was
Dr. Steve. Dark Steve.
that too.
Steven. Dr. Steven. Yeah, so I thought he was in there, so it makes sense that it was him. Scarlett Johansson didn't play there, but Haley Atwell, who actually played Peggy Carter, was in there. And she did the first episode as well as the other 2 or 3 that she did at the end. Oh no, the last 2 in the end, yeah. And it was surprising too. Whoever voiced Black Widow did a great job. I thought that was awesome. You know, it's really hard too. Like when I say Scarlet Witch and Scarlett Johansson, I'm talking about 2 different people. It's, you know, one is the Black Widow, and the Scarlet Witch is Wanda.
Which only showed up in that one episode in the
zombie episode.
Yeah.
Oh, and the last
episode.
Remember, he's all like, "Yeah, I didn't. I'd only bring the zombies. I brought what came with it."
Oh yeah.
And it was
Which
Wanda.
didn't do much
Yes,
of anything.
yeah.
Apparently, you know?
I don't know why. I missed that one.
She was literally in there for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She stopped. She's like, "What?"
I was like,
She's like, "My love."
coming in. Oh my gosh.
I really enjoyed that Carter, the first episode with Carter becoming Captain Britain. Was it Captain Britain? I thought that was really great, right? Because it's not like you're taking away from who, like, Captain America. You're not replacing Captain America, right?
No.
This is what if Steve Rogers Steve Rogers didn't become Captain America. So I was like, oh, that's really cool. And you know, being that this is 1940s and they don't look at her as much of anything because she's a woman, and she's like, no, I can kick real butt. And it was pretty dope. I thought that was, and I really enjoyed it because they're like, there was I don't know if it's a rumor or if it's really gonna happen, but tangent, sorry. They were talking about how they were gonna make a black Superman, and he's Clark Kent, but he's black. And I'm like, why are you gonna do that? That doesn't make sense, right? Because it is who it is. But with Captain Britain, they don't take away from who Steve Rogers is. It's like, no, this is a whole different person, right? Doing just being awesome.
Thing. Yeah.
Being
100%.
awesome. So I really appreciate it. I thought it was great. Her character was probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, for sure. I did understand that. Like, I was just like, oh, so she doesn't fight for America though, because you know, obviously. But then I'm just like, but she does do the same things, the same feats as him.
Yeah.
But then again, what does that do to our? What does that do with America's industrial age?
That's true.
You know what I mean? I was just like, but I don't know. You know, they didn't really get into that. But it is a big issue when it comes to. Well, no, actually, they had Howard Stark, so never mind. They had the dude that designed her.
Right.
Stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
I forgot about that part.
And you know, Captain America got frozen in ice for
70 years.
Yeah, so I mean,
100-year-old.
It's not like he had any influence in that time period, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was probably one of my favorite things about the What If episodes, for sure.
Yeah. So I was looking it up, and so Val Zod is from Earth 2. So it's not Clark Kent. So, you know, Clark Kent is Kal-El.
Is it?
So
So
he
it's a
was,
different
Looked up
person.
That I thought you
Yeah.
looked up
That's
something
funny.
else.
That's funny.
just I was like, I'm pretty sure it's a different because I remember his name starting with something else other than
But I read on a Facebook article that you're talking about.
yeah.
what I was talking about,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
that's what I was.
I read
But
it
if
on
it's that,
Facebook.
then that's great.
Yeah.
You know.
And also there is a great Britain. Oh duh. But there's a
There is.
Captain Britain, a male, like in
In that universe.
the universe as Captain America.
Really?
Yeah. And the funny thing is we're talking about Superman. The actor who played Superman in Man of Steel is interested in playing as Captain Britain in the MCU. So it's like this is just
That's hilarious.
You can't cross universes. No, I'm just kidding.
I know, Ryan
You're not allowed
Reynolds.
to do that. Ryan Reynolds. Oh yeah, that's right. He did do that. Ryan Reynolds is fine. You know, he's okay.
You know,
Okay, he can do those things.
He's a free guy. I get it.
He's
He's a free
Deadpool.
guy.
He is a
He's
free
a
guy.
free
He's a free
guy.
guy. I get it.
So with What If, my favorite, actually it was funny that this was my favorite, but my favorite one was What if Thor was an only child? That whole episode was literally like
my
a
gosh.
furious I can't say his name, but it was just basically like a college high school trope type of movie
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
And what was really cool was actually the dynamics between Loki and Thor.
Yeah, that was
They
pretty
were still
cool.
brothers from another mother.
Yeah. They were
And
really
they
cool
were
with each
tight.
other too.
Yeah, so tight. So where he, like when Jane called Thor, or wait, no, he called Jane. He's like, "Hey, you're that new girl that I was talking about. You got a friend?" I was just
We
like,
could double date.
yeah, I was just like, yo,
with the
Loki
phone
would,
being like this
yeah.
small, like an inch.
Yeah.
to her
Loki would
forehead.
totally be that kind of character.
Oh man.
He's just like, I'm the prince too. So what's up?
Right.
And so, he was just like, and she's like, can you just put Thor on the phone? And he drops the phone, like, oops. And I was just like, oh yeah, that's right. He's in his what is it? Gotenheim? Is that his planet? The Bifrost?
Yeah.
He's
yeah,
a Bifrost giant. And I like
Yeah.
how he's like, yo, Iceman, let's go.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that was so
Let's
cool.
roll.
And I was just like, it was because, Thor also recognizes him as the prince and he's the prince, you know what I'm saying? Or, just, it was really a really cool dynamic. And I always like seeing that. I have a brother too. So, having to see people who are viewed as brothers on the screen and to be very helpful with each other. Because in the beginning, he's all like, yo, man, you sound like Odin, dude. That's
I
not me,
know.
bro. He's like, listen to me.
We have to clean
We have to
up.
clean everything.
Yeah. And I forget
Oh, you
that
sound like
Thor
Odin.
actually rules over the Bifrost, I believe.
Mm.
Or Odin does. And
Yeah, Odin,
and even though he does, he he was able to get help from everybody. And I was just like, how did the Guardians get down there? You had freaking Drax was down
I
there.
know.
You had a Nebula.
Get everybody.
Yeah, I was just like, what? Like,
It's a party.
It was a party. Yeah.
Party on
Yeah.
Earth.
But I'm like, how did he get to everybody in the galaxy? He was in Midgard the whole time.
Yeah.
Must have been like a galaxy, like like I'm down.
Yeah, pretty much.
And and it's just so happened to be in Sin City where we're from. That's
Right?
pretty cool.
He's like, Viva Las Vegas. I was just like, yeah, that's my boy right there, Thor.
That's it.
And what was funny, what made it even funnier was that everybody thought, Thor was just just alien from, wherever he is from. That's what everybody's like. We don't know who he's from. He's dangerous. So they send Captain Marvel, and then she's all pummeling Thor, and Thor's like, yo, dude, that hurts, this, that, whatever. He's not even being hostile. He's like, dude, you guys suck. Come on, chill. Stop.
What's up with these
He's like,
stones?
he's like, yeah, just chill. And then all of a sudden, his mom pops in. His mom. And then Hill, the one acting as is Nick Fury,
Yeah.
Agent Hill, she goes, mother, everyone's like, mom. And then she's like, I better see a full syllabus, da da da. And then literally Captain Marvel's like, oh, she's like, my work here is done.
Yeah.
But she then comes back later on though.
She does, to help
What she
him.
did was pretty cool.
Yeah. And I was just like, okay, this is cool. Like, because in a sense, everybody realized who Thor was. He's just a dude that's trying to have fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously,
God.
Don't tell his mom
Yeah.
or he gonna get cracks. You know what I'm saying? And all good sons know that. Okay. Woo. Just like, he's like, come on, you gotta help. Mom's coming. They're like, ooh. She's like, start from the corners and work your way out.
Yeah.
It's like, dang.
Like, I thought it was a sphere.
He's like, corners. This is a sphere.
No,
was
I
too
like
good.
I like that one.
That was my favorite. That was my
That
favorite.
was what, episode 7?
Episode 7, yeah.
What if Thor was the only child?
So, what about yours, sir?
Mine was surprisingly the Killmonger one. So that's episode number 6, the one before yours. So this one was when Tony Stark was in the Humvees, and it's just part of Iron Man 1 where they get attacked, and then Killmonger saves him, and he becomes his like right hand man.
It's confidant.
Yeah, exploited. What's his face? The bald guy. I forgot his name. It's gonna come back later. But
He was the guy that was the abomination
yeah,
in another film, in another Hulk film.
yeah. So yeah, he got exposed, and he got kicked to the curb, and then so he became more of his right hand man, and so
The most trusted, yeah.
Yeah, they worked together, and Killmonger was like, "Yeah, I got this, science project, and I can't, and then Tony's like, "Oh, I got you," and then boom, and so they worked together, and then I think it was Rhodes. They went off into a mission, and Rhodes got killed by the hands of Killmonger.
Yeah.
And I think Black Panther was in there too.
He was.
T'Challa was Black Panther in there, and he died.
Yeah.
He got blasted, huh? By that.
It was like a sonic gun.
Yeah, like I don't know.
That was your favorite episode? I hated that episode.
No, I know. That's the thing. That was my favorite episode, but I liked it a lot because of how twisted. It shows how much, like, how twisted Killmonger is.
Oh yeah,
Like he is just playing both sides super well. He helped Tony build that suit or whatnot, and then Tony found out about what happened to Rhodes. He tried to kill him, and then
Obadiah.
Yeah.
Obadiah.
Oh, Obadiah Stane. Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah. So yeah, he gets checked out in the beginning in the episodes.
Yeah. They catch him real quick.
Yeah, like
right?
super quick.
Yeah, like I'll say so with that episode, Killmonger also is actually, this is probably a very clever way of putting it in. So you know how T'Challa says Wakanda forever.
Yeah.
Well, Killmonger says it. So
He does.
but he's like Wakanda forever. He says it in a different way,
In a
like,
very
American way.
American way.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wow, they really did that. I was just
Yeah.
like, oh man. But however, I still love the character Killmonger, even in this. However, that wasn't my favorite episode because I was just like, dang, all this betrayal.
Right.
Yeah.
Just to the end, he was just.
And then
I was so.
this was like what?
And the
Tony,
Watchers just
Tony
watching.
Stark's third time dying in the season.
Poor guy can't catch a break.
Killmonger, yeah.
Oh man.
So that please tell me I'm not the only person who's slow. Okay. So
I'm slow too.
did you guys also realize like 10 rings have been in this since the beginning? From Shang-Chi, the 10 rings have been in the Marvel universe from the beginning. From Iron Man 1, the people who kidnap him are part of the 10 rings.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that from the first movie, but
I didn't notice it until
I
this.
watched it on YouTube. There are just a bunch of people.
It
Like,
blew my mind. I noticed it in that episode when they were talking about the 10 rings.
The
And I'm
Mandarin,
like,
I believe.
what?
Yeah.
My mind was blown.
the Mandarin
The Mandarin.
was supposedly Shang-Chi's dad.
Yeah.
I forgot the name. Well, they used a different name in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
Something Manfu, something the Shu, I forget. But the 10 rings has been around for centuries, at least 1,000 years.
No,
Yeah.
it was just that it blew my mind that they were in the first movie. That I just like, holy smokes. We're 20 years later, guys, and now you make a movie
The Mandarin.
with them being like the protagonist
Yeah.
or the antagonist.
The
Sorry,
antagonist.
that's
But
crazy.
one of the things that I liked about that episode, the Killmonger episode, is you know how the robots invaded Wakanda, and then they just all shut down, and then they're like looking at Killmonger like, "Oh, you did it! You were right!" And all of a sudden they all booted back up, and then they're like, I forgot the sister's name, that she was like, how did they boot it back up? And then Killmonger was like, oh, it's Tony Stark. He's such a villain.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
What a word choice, right?
He's such a villain.
Yeah, I thought the same thing when I saw that part. I was like, dang, you just call him a villain? You
like he
you
can't
killed the mofo.
he can't even defend himself. He's dead, you know?
Right?
But that was one reason why I liked it. And
he was really good at being like he genius. Like he was like forced
level.
He foresaw everything that when he wanted to happen, like every step through it all.
Yeah, because if you think about it, Killmonger also grew up in a very rich household. Well, he didn't grow up in it. I'm sorry. His parents were.
Yeah. He was,
So that means that they all have very high IQs in a sense.
Yeah.
It would make sense that he has it too.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I'm just like, yeah, even it doesn't matter where you grew up. Like if you got the smarts, you got the smarts. And he had it.
He used
and
it.
He executed everything perfectly.
Perfectly.
Yeah, that was so that was episode 6, Killmonger. What if Killmonger rescued Tony Stark? Like how you would see it in the first film of Iron Man. Like
by the way, that scene was great.
Yeah.
Like the scene at the of where he's in the Humvee and he's like, could we take a picture? Like it was the exact same
everything.
See, I was like, good
Every
job,
frame.
guys. Good job.
Every
I mean,
frame.
granted, you have recordings to just copy it, but it was that subtle touch that you made.
You know?
You made it. You just made it right. Though.
Yeah,
Like you didn't like cut that out or do it different. You did exactly how it was in the first movie, and I was like, that's a good job.
Yeah, and how it would be, yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, that's why I said when they said the Wakanda Forever, I was like, interesting put, but
Yeah.
kudos to them.
Yeah.
And then going back to the first episode, I watched a video on YouTube where they did it side by side of Peggy Carter becoming Captain Britain side by side with Steve Rogers becoming Captain America, and every frame and everything was the same exact up until the point where Howard Stark puts his glasses down and stuff. So it was all like to the T. I was
That's
like,
so good.
That's pretty cool. In that episode, Howard Stark uses the Tesseract as a weapon, and he built his own Iron Man basically, and gives it to Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
So what the heck is Tony Stark gonna build now?
Well, he built the whatchamacallit?
The vibranium
the
version of the Iron Man.
Gundam. The
Gundam?
yeah.
Oh, that's right, because he likes anime.
He's like, what? I like anime.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like so.
That's true. That's true.
What do you say? This is the most expensive Gundam ever made.
Yeah.
Or something like that? I was like, that's so good.
That's so, yeah.
For
I
all the
forgot about
anime
that.
lovers out there,
Yes.
appreciate
Yes.
that.
He said, yeah, because he does watch anime, Michael B. Jordan.
That's true.
So it's
That's
cool
true.
that they added that. I wonder if he was the reason why they added that.
They probably did. Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, hey, yo, let's call them Gundams.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty dope. I mean, it did fit in perfectly. Tony Stark creates those Gundam looking
Right.
bots and stuff.
Right.
Instead of
Their
just one,
world.
it's like
Yeah.
Their
whole
world,
army of
Tony
them.
Stark is Gundam. He's Mizuki. And his first iron suit is called Barbados. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no.
That's a nod to vibranium.
I forgot about that part. I totally forgot about the Gundam part in that episode. But yeah, no, I was like, oh, that's right. He's an anime head. Well,
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan is. I don't know about Killmonger.
I guess Killmonger is.
well, he said he was an anime fan too,
Yeah,
Killmonger.
yeah.
So
Oh, he did?
yeah,
So
because he's like when he showed him what he wanted, he's like, okay, he's like, what? I'm an anime fan, and he's like, so I guess we're just gonna make like the most expensive Gundam ever, and so they started building it.
Oh, okay.
So
But yeah, he said
Killmonger.
that he was an anime fan. That's why
Oh, right,
he
right.
wanted it that way.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
I don't know. Hate it or love Killmonger, but he's an absolute.
great character.
Yeah, he's
a beast.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a beast, and he's clever.
They
Yeah.
had the best person acting as him. And there was a lot of people or a lot of actors in that same realm for me when it comes to Marvels. People like the Punisher, Frank Castle, the Bushmaster. I forgot his first name, but I'm just use the Jamaican cat that was like Harlem is my birthright, and I was just like, yes. Oh, that's dope. And then every time he was in the scene, it was just playing some reggae music. Being a reggae artist, that is, those things are just, cool to see. So Killmonger is definitely that character. You know what I mean? You don't mess with him. There was an art piece on, I believe, Instagram where it was Killmonger's face and the Bushmaster's face, and it was both of them going to war or something like that. There's like, he's like, you ready? He's like, let's do this, Bridget. And I was just like, yeah, I was just like little tiny bubbles. I was like, oh, that's so cool. I think Mustafa, that's his real name, the guy who played Bushmaster. Mustafa has it on his Instagram, and he also raps too, but that's another thing.
Hey.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually liked the last 3 episodes.
I did too.
Like just the whole
How it just meshed together.
how it all meshed together, right? Because you're watching the whole thing, and it's just individual pieces in and out.
Yeah.
I also really liked. I'm pretty sure his name is Dark Strange, but that's what I'm going to call him.
Dark
Strange.
I really like Dark Strange. I thought his episode was
Darkness
super
Supreme.
like
It was super
sad.
dark.
It was super sad. Like
super dark.
it's like, bro, you're never going to bring her back. That's just
Yeah,
you need to understand that, right? But he
kept-
became so powerful, and then the same octopus creature
yeah, the Kraken
was in
Cthulhu.
his episode and also in the first episode.
The first episode. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, dang, look at these things tied. But it was just cool because it was like individual episodes that really had nothing to do with each other. And then you come to Ultron, right? And then it's like, oh snap, nope. Yeah, it's all one thing put together, right? Because this is the multiverse, and the multiverse is just a big mesh of confusion and everything put together, obviously. But the Watcher, I think it was just great because you see the Watcher, and I really enjoyed like scenes where the Watcher was just like kind of like silhouetted in the background, you know, and he's just kind of standing there watching what's happening.
Right.
Who was it? It was Doctor Strange, right? Who was the only one who saw him the first time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like, who are you? And then he was asking for his help. He's like, I don't interfere. And I'm just like, dang, bro. How can you just sit there and just watch him go crazy?
Right.
But I get it. I understand. What your job is just to watch, right? But yeah, the last 3 episodes were just so great. And then you get Ultron, who collects all of the Infinity Stones and becomes just, and then is able to peer through the veil, I guess you want to say, and then sees, you know, the Watcher there and hears the Watcher, and then he like breaks into the interdimensional. I don't know what you would call that.
outside of the multiverse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
Quadro realm.
He's the only
the Watcher realm.
The Watcher realm. Yeah, let's call it that.
it's just I just call it outside of the multiverse.
Yeah. So that was pretty interesting. I really liked that, and then it was just like I really enjoyed that when the Watcher went and started picking all of the characters. It wasn't
Just
it wasn't the original Avengers. The only person who was part of the group was Thor and Black Widow. But does she really count? Because she kind of came in. She wasn't handpicked by him. She was no. They were in her universe fighting Ultron. She kind of came in.
No, like he showed up when after she found the Zola thing or whatever, when they were running away, and then she's like, "Who are you?" He's like, "You've been chosen," something like that. Right?
No, the first person he chose was Doctor Strange.
Oh yes, 100%.
Right.
Yeah.
And then no, because she came. What did she? They were grabbing the yellow stone and they were trying to destroy it.
Stone, yeah.
And then she came and like knocked the person out, and they're like, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
So she wasn't supposed to be part of that group of. And I don't know if you guys caught this, but there was the first Avenger scene in the first Avenger, right, when they're all standing in the street. And the camera pans around them.
I saw that. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then the same thing happened to them. It's like the camera just panned around. I was like, oh, that's sick. All right, I like it. Let's go. And like I said, I thought it was pretty cool that it wasn't the original Avengers. And even when he went to Gamora and Iron Man, he's like, no, not you, Tony. Gamora, you're coming with me.
Yeah,
Like, oh, damn, you just got left behind, buddy.
Tony's just getting.
Well, because
you've died way too many times.
No
she killed her
love.
dad in that episode.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Right?
Yeah.
She's the killer Thanos.
Thanos, yeah.
I think I would have liked an episode with Gamora. You know,
A Gamora episode?
Yeah, to see what happened, how it went down, and everything. You know.
Well, specifically that episode would be really interesting to see because how did Tony Stark get to Melvenir? What is that place called? Melvenir? the place where the new star is, or the
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How did he get there? What is he doing?
How did he get there? I was just like,
What is he doing there? What?
so you guys did fight Thanos with Gamora. I was just like, because oh yeah. So when he was picking them, I thought he was picking them from all the other episodes, right?
Yeah.
That's
But
what I was
no.
thinking too. Yeah.
Just specific ones, like obviously Killmonger from episode 6, Captain Carter from episode 1, and T'Challa from episode 2. Those are the only
Star-Lord.
3. Oh, and Doctor Strange,
Doctor Strange.
Dark Sorcerer Supreme.
Yes.
So those 4 were the ones from the different episodes, and then they had who else did they have? That
They had
they did have
They had
everybody from
Hawkeye.
the episode, didn't they?
Oh no, they didn't. Never mind. Just
In
kidding.
the-
No, Hawkeye. Ooh.
Oh, Gamora. Oh yeah, Gamora
Gamora.
and Tony. That scene. That was the only characters that didn't share
An
any of
episode.
the other ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
any of the
And I wonder
episodes.
if they'll. I don't know why they would, because you kind of already know how it goes. But it would be interesting if they put that in the second season. If they do a second season, like you were saying, to see their episode, that would be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But you know what else I really enjoyed was the scene with Hawkeye and Black Widow when she's escaping, and this time it's him who sacrifices himself,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
and she gets to leave. I was like, dang.
Why you have to go like that?
We'll always remember you. It's a sad.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty good.
when Hawkeye came out in that season, and What If, he was pulling out arrows like nothing and shooting them like nothing. I'm like, okay, you must have a robotic. Oh, he does have a robotic arm.
He did.
I was like, wait, what?
So here's the thing about for me about the show that really made me mad. I guess it's the critic part of the show.
Oh,
Nice.
oh.
Nice. It's
So-
Not you this time.
So why did the Watcher have such a hard time against Ultron if he is a Celestial? He is a Celestial.
Is
He's
he?
a Celestial.
Is he though?
At least that's what they explained him to be, a Celestial. But I could be wrong. But he also lives outside of time, kind of like the from Loki, the series, like the guy, the one who remains or something like that.
Yeah.
So him and the Watcher should be virtually in the same universe that lives outside of time and space, kind of like Dormammu for Doctor Strange.
Uh-huh.
They live outside of it. How come, Ultron? How did Ultron clap the Watcher? That didn't make any sense. Because also think about it too. If you have the Time Bureau, they hold Infinity Stones.
The,
Bro,
the TVA.
They hold, yeah. How did the Infinity Stones have any power outside of the universe? So that makes me think that maybe the Watcher isn't a Celestial, but I thought he was going into the movie or shows, and so that really just it was just really confusing to me. I was just like, you are a Celestial, right? Or at least
he is a
like if you were
Celestial.
to intervene.
Yeah.
I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? I was like, this didn't make any sense at all.
It's funny you bring that up because I had the same thought, not about him beating the Watcher, but about the Time Bureau people. I was like, man, you lucky they're not here because all they got to do is just grab those little things off of you. And he's like, oh, you're done.
And
Get outta here.
Was it Perch?
But
Zerp.
the assumption can be made that What If happened after the Loki episodes. So the Time Bureau is all kinds of screwy right now.
Yeah.
It's true. Forgot about that.
That's I to give it some kind of understanding to not make you go crazy about what the heck is going on. But I do agree. I mean, he should have been able to he did hold his own for the most part. It was just like later on he just get literally smacked through dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, dang.
When the Watcher was gonna fight him, he's like, you cannot compute my oath or my faith, whatever. And I was like, oh, dope. And he gets pushed back. I was like,
I guess he can.
Different time
just like,
realms
okay.
and everything.
And then then that put in perspective too from the Eternals. The Eternals can clap a Celestial, but the Eternals aren't the most strongest beings, being as there are Celestials that create them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and you kind of need
what?
all of the Celestial, all of the Eternals to destroy one baby
Mm-hmm.
Celestial. Remember, this Celestial was not even coming out yet. It was a baby.
It was an infant.
It was a baby.
It was a baby that looked just like our son.
Adolescent.
But it was made out of gold.
Indeed.
But yeah, I thought those last 3 episodes were pretty dang dope. I really enjoyed the whole combination. And of course, I was sitting there looking at the Watcher and going, Warmonger? Really? You watched what happened with him? And that's the guy you're going to choose to come and, okay, he's going to backstab you, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm just like, Watcher, you weren't very smart. But he was, because that was his whole plan.
Yeah, it was. You know what? I do have a complaint. I have a criticism.
Oh.
I had a criticism.
Well, it's time. It's the time.
Here's my criticism. How in the world does Tony Stark die from controlling the Infinity Stones, but Warmonger doesn't? He's as much human as Tony Stark.
Yeah.
And just touching them, like in Guardians of the Galaxy, when you needed the entire group of the Guardians to hold on to just a blue stone, right? And they almost all died themselves. How is he able to hold control? That doesn't make sense.
I think it was because of the Ultron,
Suit.
helmet.
Or
Yeah, he was able to tweak it to where he would be able to hold it himself. And ultimately, when he put it on, it was a suit, and the suit was what he wore.
Yeah, but Tony Stark had the gauntlet, and the gauntlet is what he used, and it killed him. And
Very true.
And it destroyed.
Very
and
true. Remember,
it like crippled
different timeline.
The Hulk.
Different timeline.
I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense.
To me,
it gave
or
him the
universe.
like probably gave Tony Stark like the ones that would just too
Oh yeah,
powerful for
and
him.
there are
I guess,
different.
you know?
There are also different types of stones apparently. Because remember, they couldn't destroy the Soul Stone that Ultron had because
they're from a different universe.
yeah, Gamora could only destroy the ones from her universe.
Yeah, yep.
She's like, when we find it, we must destroy it.
I don't know. I don't know. That was probably my biggest like what? How are you even holding on to those right now, buddy?
True.
Like everybody else was. I could understand Ultron holding on to them, but you
Yeah.
just human. You
Yeah.
have no like ultimate like God being inside of you. So you're not Star Lord.
And then when they got what's his name, the German scientist to take over, I was just like, why would you get him and Killmonger involved? They're both bad dudes. You know what I mean? I was like, you want someone else to take over Ultron, someone who can destroy Ultron, and then the Watcher literally just kind of kept them in like suspended nothingness for the rest of their lives.
And then Dark Strange is the one that has to watch over them for the rest of I guess eternity.
Yeah, he is the warden. He's the warden of the Watcher. The Watcher's gonna have like a civilization growing up. It's like, yo, man, can't do that. We can't be watching people. That's weird.
Yeah, that was.
that's like least invasive.
I did. So I did. Did you guys watch the last episode? Did you watch all the way to the end?
Yep.
I really enjoyed that. We assume, right, that Steve Rogers is still alive.
Yeah, the
and
post credit scene. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's inside of the what's it called? The Hydra Killer? Is that what was it called? The Iron Man
the
suit.
Hydra Stomper.
Yeah, Hydra Stomper.
Yeah.
And that I was like, oh, at least she gets a happy ending at the end.
So does Black Widow too.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't want to go back there. I was like, yeah, you don't need to go back there. That your universe is gone.
Yeah, there's nobody alive.
There's nobody there.
There was a part of me. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm like, wait, hold up. Are you the only 2 humans alive? Like, what are you even fighting for anymore?
Yeah. At this point, she could literally reinvent herself in that world. She could be whoever she wanted to.
Yeah.
And I was just like, why would you go to a world? They're like, yeah, they lost their widow. And I'm just like, oh.
At first, I thought when he took her to that universe, I thought it was our
So did I.
universe.
I thought so too.
Right? But who was in it that was already dead?
Because Loki was there.
Loki. That's who it
Loki
was.
was there,
Loki
yeah.
was there. So I'm like, oh, well, Loki died before Black Widow, so this must be
Yeah.
a different universe.
They
where
went
only
into that
Black
fight
Widow
without
died.
Widow, yeah.
Mm.
So I was like, okay, that's cool either way because she gets her family back. You know,
Right.
I'm sure they're all practically the same people for the most part. So I thought that was pretty cool too.
Fury's
Yeah.
like, you're not this universe's widow, but you have the attitude or whatever
her,
from the
her spirit or
yeah.
yeah. I was like, okay, sir.
Whatever you say.
Do you even know about multiverses yet?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. They got the Guardians of the Multiverse. That's what they're called.
Guardians
cool.
of, yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite, I, the panning around them was probably my one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah. No, I when I saw that, I was like, hey, this looks like the New York scene.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
You know?
I thought that was pretty cool.
So, you know,
When Loki evaded.
what's the plan, Cap? It's like, all right, I want you out perimeter. Anything that passes you, turn them around or turn them to ash, dude. one of the coolest parts, and I think, Captain Britain, she did it. She told the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like it was all to the T. It was
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah,
It was beautiful.
Well done.
And I forgot in Captain Britain's episode that Steve apparently died, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
yes.
and in Black Widow, it's just like Bernard in accounting, so and so. You know, she's like, you should never trust a man named Bernard in accounting. She's like, or there could be a Steve, and she's like, ouch. I was just like, yo, that's a bit sensitive, huh?
I mean, it's 70 years later.
I know, right? I was like, dang, Black Widow, I see you. Wait, no. So if that's the case, all right. So she did freeze though, right? Or no, she was. How did Captain Britain get out of that? Like how? Because Black Widow wasn't born until another 60 years from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
must-
she
She
had
was
it.
also frozen, right? Am I tripping?
They didn't show that part, right?
They didn't. Oh wow,
So
interesting.
my assumption is that her history is the exact same history that Captain America
Yeah.
went through,
Whoa.
but
Hold up.
but just being Captain Britain.
Remember when she fought that little tentacle looking
Yeah.
thing at the end? She went into that like universe or whatever.
Oh, is she the one that went in there?
Yeah, she's
I
the
thought
one
it
that
was.
went in there.
I thought it was what's his face that went in there.
So from there, that's where she met Fury, Hawkeye.
in the first
Black
episode.
Widow.
In the first episode.
Yeah, it was at the very
Oh.
end. She was fighting. She had the sword, the shield, and she
That's
went
right. That's right.
in full force
That's
into
right.
the portal thing.
And the portal took her ahead of time.
Yeah, took
Well,
her.
I guess time just moves different there.
Yeah, because if she didn't go to a different universe, did she?
She went to wherever the Kraken lived,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where the Kraken
Or the
lived.
Cthulhu.
Or Cthulhu,
The
yeah.
Cthulhu. Which in this case was when
That's gross.
You're sick. So it was when Fury was I guess he was inspected the Tesseract. That right? That was right before when New York had been
The
attacked
first
by
attack.
Loki.
Yeah.
So that's where Captain Britain went to. And that's from there I think that's where she met
The rest of the group.
Black Widow, yeah, in them.
Huh.
And I think that's where the Watcher pulled her out from.
Yeah.
So yeah, what would you grade it? Is
Me,
season 1?
Season 1, you know what? I could see that this show is probably going to be very interesting going on if they do go forward with it with another season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to give this a B, a hard B, like like an 85. Okay, only because the Watcher, I believe, was supposed to be a lot stronger than he was, but apparently he cannot fight against a fully developed Ultron with the Infinity Stones, which I thought the Celestials were kind of above that, which apparently they're not. They just harness the power. Like the Infinity Stone is like a regular rock to them, but all 6 of them, they're a very big rock. So I'm gonna give it a B. I would. It is definitely. It's not a theater. I wouldn't watch it in a theater if it was ever in the theater, but it's definitely a streamable TV. Like I would watch it on TV when it comes out, like every week. So, I mean, if that means anything, you know, I hope it
It
does.
means everything.
Yeah. So that's my grade for it.
I'm gonna give it a B minus. Only because I kind of wish they had whatever character that was introduced in there in each of the episodes. I wish they would have came in and had them all, into the last episode. But then again, I'm thinking to myself, Ant-Man head, I don't know what use he'll be. So
Well, he had the cape.
no, that's true. And Spider-Man was, he he was still alive.
Yeah, he was.
You know, he was there. So I was like, I kind of wish that everybody was in there. It would have been pretty cool, you know, to see all of them fighting against Ultron.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I give it a B minus as well. I give it a B minus. I actually prefer if they didn't make a second season. I thought they did a great job with what it was, and that's where they could just end it and not really worry about it anymore. Because who cares? You can make this forever. Multiverses is infinite.
Yeah.
Right. So, but I enjoyed how it ended. I thought everybody had a beautiful, happy ending for the most part. So yeah, I give it a B minus. I agree. He should have been able, if he's a Celestial, he should have
at least put up a bigger fight.
like he should have grabbed Ultron, like put him on his lap and spanked him a few times, like
right.
bad kid. And
he could have destroyed. Why couldn't he destroy a stone?
Right. It's weird. But then again, he's the Watcher, and he should not interfere. No,
He hella did. It's funny. He's like, I'm going to interfere now, but I can only interfere like 10%. I was like, dude, he
went
smoked
like 90.
You know, 100% all the way.
100.
I was just like, Watcher, he's going to destroy what you're supposed to protect.
it is pretty funny though. Like Celestial can't beat him. Let me just grab a bunch of regular people. You guys can't.
You guys do it.
I would be in.
I'll just watch.
I'll just
My
watch
introverse.
in a pocket dimension. You know?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Sheesh.
But yeah, no, yeah, B minus. I think that's a generous grade for sure.
Interesting. I thought you guys were gonna like it a lot more than me, but you guys give it a lower grade.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be good. I was expecting a lot out of it, I guess.
Well, I mean, still great.
Because of like
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good, but it was just not like. I would say it's more like background.
It's just filler. It's a big filler, guys.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just background.
True. Because
Background
Hawkeye's
noise.
coming up November 24th.
That hopefully
That's
will be
gonna be
dope.
Can't wait for that one.
They're gonna come out with 2 episodes.
All right.
That the first night.
Oh, okay. I was like, man, that would suck if it's only
He's
2
just staring at me
episodes.
like
Just 2 episodes?
2 episodes.
They're like three
Leo
hours each.
just hardcore, just looking at me like this. Just
How dare you?
for real, for real.
That's it.
All right. Well, that wraps up this episode. Huge thank you to Wet Wong Media. We have new episodes every Wednesdays.
Don't forget to like and follow our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and also listen to us anywhere through Anchor FM.
Yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All the links are down below. Thanks again for tuning in. See you next time.